Hey brother, if a woman keeps giving you breadcrumbs, mixed signals, late night softness followed by next day distance, little flashes of warmth followed by long stretches of silence, you are not in love. You are in withdrawal. That is the truth most men refuse to face. They call it hope. They call it patience. They call it loyalty. But most of the time, it is addiction. You are not attached because she was so extraordinary. You are attached because her inconsistency trained your nervous system to wait for little hits of validation. One "I miss you" at 11:48 p.m. One random heart reaction to your story. One "I've just had a lot going on" text after 3 days of nothing. And suddenly your whole body wakes back up. Your mind starts writing stories again. Maybe she cares. Maybe she is different now. Maybe this time it means something. No, it means the cycle is still working. And the reason it hurts so much is not just because she is pulling away. It is because somewhere along the line, you handed her a job that never belonged to her. You made her attention responsible for your sense of worth. Her warmth became your relief. Her silence became your panic. Her presence became your proof that you mattered. And once a man does that, detachment feels impossible, because now he is not only losing a woman, he feels like he is losing the place where he went to feel chosen. That is why this has to end. Not next week, not after one more conversation, not after you see if she changes. Now, because every extra day you stay emotionally hooked to a woman who does not value you. You teach yourself that your peace is negotiable. You teach yourself that confusion is acceptable. You teach yourself that your loyalty can be exchanged for crumbs. Stay with me here, because this is where most men lie to themselves. They tell themselves she is just overwhelmed. She has been hurt before. She is bad at communication. She is scared of getting close. She has a lot on her plate. Brother, maybe some of that is true, maybe, but none of it changes the pattern you are living in, and the pattern is what matters. She says she cares, but makes no real space for you. She says she misses you, but only when she feels you slipping away. She says she is confused, but somehow still has energy for everybody else. She says she does not want to lose you, but keeps acting in ways that make you lose yourself. That is your answer. What I am about to say next is what breaks the spell. You are not attached to her consistency. D, you are attached to the fantasy that one day she will become consistent. That is what keeps men trapped. Not the woman, the potential, the imagined future, the hope that if you stay calm enough, loyal enough, understanding enough, she will suddenly wake up and see what you are worth. But a man destroys himself waiting for someone else to develop the eyes to see him. You are not her project. You are not her emotional backup plan. You are not here to absorb confusion until it turns into commitment. And detachment starts the second you stop asking, "How do I get her to value me?" and start asking, "Why am I still giving access to someone who keeps proving she does not?" That question changes everything. Because now the center shifts. Now the issue is not whether she comes back warmer. The issue is why your standards got so low, that inconsistency stayed in your life this long. Why you kept rereading old texts like they were evidence. Why you kept checking if she viewed your story. Why you kept turning digital scraps into emotional oxygen. That is not love. That is self-abandonment with romantic music playing in the background. And if you are going to detach for real, you need radical honesty. Not poetic honesty, not soft honesty, brutal honesty. You need to tell yourself the truth without decorating it. She is not confused about your value. She is comfortable receiving from you without fully giving back. She is not hard to read. Her pattern is easy to read. She gives just enough to keep you emotionally invested, but never enough to give you peace. And every time you accept that, every time you stay available, or every time you answer the breadcrumb with full energy, you reinforce the arrangement. You train her to give little. You train yourself to accept little. That ends now. Now, what I'm about to tell you next is where detachment becomes real, instead of just motivational. You cannot detach while keeping access open. Impossible. You cannot heal while watching her stories. You cannot regulate your mind while checking when she was last online. You cannot reclaim your center while rereading messages from 6 weeks ago, trying to decode whether she really meant it. No more. No more checking, no more lurking, no more digital self-harm disguised as curiosity, because that is what it is, self-harm. Every time you go back to her page, every time you search for signs, every time you replay the highlight moments, you reopen the wound and call it reflection. You are feeding the addiction and wondering why the hunger stays alive. Detachment needs distance, digital distance, mental distance, physical distance, emotional distance, not to punish her, to rescue you. And yes, it will hurt. Of course it will hurt. You built rituals around her. You imagined futures with her. You turned her attention into a daily source of emotional regulation. So when you pull away, your body will protest. Your mind will bargain. Your ego will panic. You will want to send one last message, one clean message, one mature message, one honest message, one final check-in. Don't. That is the addiction trying to sound wise. Let me say something harsh that will help you. Closure is overrated when the pattern is already clear. A lot of men want one final conversation because they think clarity will make it easier. Most of the time, they do not want clarity. They want hope with better wording. They want something soft enough to keep the door cracked open. That is why they keep going back, not for truth, for emotional anesthesia. But the truth is already here. If a woman values you, she does not repeatedly leave you mentally starving. She does not make you carry the whole emotional weight of the connection. She does not leave you guessing whether you matter. The right woman can have moods, she can have bad days, she can need space, but the baseline still feels respectful. The baseline still feels clear. The baseline does not poison your peace. If the baseline is anxiety, the connection is wrong, and this is where your masculinity comes back online. Because detachment is not just removing her, it is rebuilding you. You have to become a man whose identity does not collapse when one woman goes cold. A man whose routine is stronger than his longing. A man whose purpose does not stop because somebody gave half effort. A man who can miss someone and still go train, still work, still build, still sleep, still stay composed. That is strength. Not pretending not to care, not becoming bitter, not posting cold quotes online. Real strength is choosing not to betray yourself again just because part of you still wants her. That is the war. Every time you do not text her, you win a little ground back. Every time you stop checking on her, you win a little ground back. Every time you choose the gym, the work, the silence, the book, the prayer, the walk, the sleep. Instead of feeding the obsession, you take your center back, slowly, quietly, for real. And here is the deeper shift. Detachment is not only about leaving her, it is about leaving the version of you that thought being chosen by the wrong woman would heal something inside you. That version has to die. The version that over-explains. The version that waits. The version that keeps trying to prove he is enough. The version that confuses emotional availability with emotional desperation. The version that keeps calling pain devotion. Kill that version. Because the man you are becoming does not beg for basic consistency. He does not perform for respect. He does not stay where his peace keeps getting taxed. He does not mistake longing for alignment. He does not stay friends just to remain near the source of his own humiliation. And he absolutely does not keep women around who only remember his value when they feel him leaving. That man is done. So when detachment starts to feel cruel, remember this. You are not abandoning love. You are abandoning self-neglect. You are not becoming cold. You are becoming clean. Clean in your standards, clean in your energy, clean in your boundaries, clean in what gets access to your mind. And one day, yes, she may realize what she lost. She may reach out softer, warmer, more curious, but by then, that will not be your victory. Your victory will be that her return no longer controls your emotional climate. Your victory will be that your peace no longer depends on whether she gets it. Your victory will be that you can look at her name on your screen and feel nothing urgent. No panic, no fantasy, no ache, just choice. That is power, so let her go. Not dramatically, not bitterly, Not with speeches, with discipline, with dignity, with the kind of silence that comes from a man finally deciding that his life, his mission, his mind, and his self-respect are too valuable to be spent on someone who only offered half love and full confusion. That is detachment, and that is how you win. Not by making her regret it, by becoming the man who never again needs a woman's inconsistency to feel alive.